Once upon a chilling night in Miami, a group of adventurous friends decided to have a sleepover in a creaky, old beachfront mansion rumored to be haunted. The mansion, with its ivy-covered walls and eerie aura, had been abandoned for years. Sarah, David, Emily, and Mike, armed with flashlights and sleeping bags, were ready for a night they would never forget. As the clock struck midnight, the group gathered around a flickering candle in the mansion's grand living room. Stories of a mysterious family who had vanished under strange circumstances, and the ghostly sightings that had followed sent shivers down their spines. The wind howled outside, and the sound of waves crashing against the shore added to the eerie atmosphere. Suddenly, they heard faint whispers coming from the hallway. Heartbeats quickened as they ventured cautiously to investigate. In the dim light, they could make out the shadowy figures of children, dressed in Victorian-era clothing. The ghostly children beckoned them, and the group, both terrified and curious, followed. The children led them to a hidden room at the end of a dark corridor. Inside, they found an old, dusty book. Its pages contained spells and incantations, and a shiver ran down their spines as they realized the room had been a site of dark rituals long ago. As they tried to leave the room, the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. Panic set in as they struggled to force the door open. Their flashlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The temperature dropped drastically, and they could see their breath in the air. Desperate to escape, they began chanting a chant they found in the book, hoping it would release the eye from the room's sinister grip. Suddenly, the room grew colder, and a ghostly figure emerged from the shadows. It was the spirit of a woman, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. She spoke in a mournful tone, revealing that she had been the mansion's caretaker and had been wrongly accused of witchcraft, leading to her execution. She had been trapped in this cursed place ever since. Touched by her tragic story, the friends promised to help free her spirit. They recited the spell from the book, and the room began to glow with a blinding light. With a deafening roar, the room shook, and the ghostly presence faded into the ether. The door swung open, and they were free. The mansion felt different, no longer haunted. The friends knew they had done a good deed, setting the restless spirit free. As they left the mansion that night, they couldn't help but feel grateful for their terrifying yet transformative sleepover experience in Miami, one they would remember for the rest of their lives. In the end, the mansion stood in silence, its secrets buried with the past, and the group of friends had learned the importance of empathy and the power of friendship in the face of the unknown. Title: The Witch's Sleepover. A night of dark magic in a quaint, isolated village nestled deep within the forest. 4 friends named Lily, Jack, Emma, and Max decided to have a sleepover in an old, decrepit cabin. The cabin, once rumored to be the dwelling of witches, was the source of local legends and ghost stories. Ignoring the ominous tales, the friends brought sleeping bags and snacks for a night they would soon regret. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows through the woods, the group huddled around a flickering campfire outside the cabin. Stories of witches who had lived here centuries ago, brewing potions and casting spells, sent shivers down their spines. The chilling wind rustled the leaves, adding an eerie soundtrack to the evening. To make their night even spookier, they decided to play with an antique Ouija board they had found inside the cabin. The planchette moved on its own, spelling out cryptic messages. Each message grew more sinister, warning them to leave the cabin before midnight. Terrified but determined to uncover the truth, they decided to stay. As the clock ticked closer to midnight, they heard mysterious chanting coming from deep within the forest. Curiosity got the better of them, and they followed the eerie sound through the trees. Their flashlights illuminated a clearing where cloaked figures danced around a cauldron. Casting spells under the full moon, their presence was discovered, and the witches turned toward the intruders with malevolent glares. Panic set in as the friends tried to retreat, but an invisible force rooted them to the spot. The lead witch, with gnarled fingers and piercing eyes, revealed that they were descendants of the witches who had once lived in the pit cabin. They had been waiting for outsiders to complete a dark ritual. The friends realized they were in grave danger. Desperate to break free, they recited a counterspell from a book they found inside the cabin. The ground shook, and the witches screeched in agony as they were engulfed in a vortex of dark energy. The friends finally broke free and rushed back to the cabin, which now felt safer than the forest. As dawn broke, they realized they had narrowly escaped a night of dark magic and witchcraft. The cabin stood silent, the witch's presence banished for another century. They learned that some legends held a grain of truth, and that dabbling with forces beyond their understanding could have dire consequences. The friends left the cabin, forever haunted by the memories of the horrifying sleepover, a chilling reminder that the world was full of secrets best left undiscovered. Title: The Witch's Curse of Immortality. In the quiet town of Blackwood, nestled deep within a dense forest, an ancient legend loomed. It spoke of a sinister witch, Morgana, who sought the ultimate power, immortality. For centuries she had remained hidden, practicing dark arts and amassing a wealth of forbidden knowledge. The tale of Morgana had long been dismissed as folklore until one fateful night when Sarah, a young woman with a thirst for adventure, stumbled upon an old grimoire in her grandmother's attic. The book was filled with cryptic incantations and disturbing illustrations. As she delved deeper into its pages, Sarah unwittingly summoned Morgana's spirit. The witch, now freed from her ethereal prison, was determined to complete the ritual that would grant her immortality. She began to steal the souls of innocent townsfolk, leaving them as lifeless husks. Each soul she consumed brought her one step closer to her dark goal. Sarah soon realized the magnitude of her mistake and embarked on a perilous journey to stop Morgana. She sought the help of Marcus, a historian who had dedicated his life to researching the witch's legend, and Isabella, a powerful psychic with a deep connection to the supernatural. As they delved into the history of Blackwood, they discovered that the key to stopping Morgana lay in a hidden amulet, the Tear of Eternity. Legends spoke of its ability to counteract the witch's dark magic and imprison her once more. The trio embarked on a quest to find the amulet, guided by clues within the grimoire. Their journey led them through treacherous forests and ancient ruins, all while evading Morgana's unbecoming a reality. But they knew that the legend of Morgana would live on as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that could lurk in the most unexpected places. In the end, they had not only saved their town, but also forged an unbreakable bond, forever bound by the shared experience of facing the horrors of the supernatural. The story of their bravery would be whispered in the town of Blackwood for generations to come, a testament to the enduring power of courage and teamwork in the face of evil.